Now this was probably the most difficult experiment that we did, mostly because a lot of it has to be prepared before time, and also most of the materials are not available in the grocery store. You have to go to Home Depot, Radio Shack, things like that. So let's get started. The materials you will need are alligator clips. Now these, I bought the clips at Radio Shack and then I soldered the wire on by myself. So, but you could probably buy them at Fry's or something like that with the wire already on. You will need zinc nails, and it's important that they're zinc. These are zinc coated. They don't actually have to be screws, but you just need some zinc. Here is some copper wire that I stripped and then I twisted around a pencil and then tucked the ends in so it wouldn't be sharp. You need some gauge 18 wire, and I'm going to show you how to strip it later. You need 3 butter containers, or you can use cups or basically anything, but I chose the butter containers because they have the lids on them so the stuff inside wouldn't spill. You need wire strippers, wire cutters, and an LED light, and vinegar. So with that, let's get started. So first we're going to prepare the zinc nails. So you have a piece of wire that's a couple inches long. One side only needs to be stripped about 1/2 inch. And then the other side more like 1 inch. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So that it looks like this. So now I'm going to do that 3 times. Okay, so now you take the long edge and twist it around your zinc nail. Okay, the next thing we do is we're going to assemble our batteries. So you take the lid, and I poked 2 holes in it, one over here and one over here. One's a little bit bigger to fit the wire through, and then the other one's smaller because it just needs the copper to go through. So you're going to put the copper in so that it's on the inside of the jar, so it'll hang down into the jar. And then I have it bent out so that it stays better. Now you put the zinc wire in. And you might have to twist the ends of the wire around a little bit so that it goes through. It's very important that they don't touch when they're in this vinegar, so make sure that they're separate. The reason we need 3 of these is that one by itself will not produce enough voltage to light up the actual light bulb. But if you connect 3 in series, which I'll show you how to do, then the light bulb will light up. So now I'm going to do that to the other 2 lids. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is pour vinegar into the 3 containers. And you don't need vinegar, you really just need an acid. So Coke will work, which is surprising, lemon juice, anything like that. You fill up the containers about halfway. Because you just need enough so that both the copper and the zinc will be submerged. And then you put the covers on with the 2 metals going down into the vinegar. And now you have batteries, so it's time to test them. I'm going to go grab a voltage meter so we can make sure they're working. So here's a voltmeter, and I'm going to test it to make sure each of them are working. I set it on the 20 volts, and then you touch one end to the zinc wire and then one end to copper. And it gives me basically 1 volt, which is really good for this project. you need about 1.8 volts total to light up the light. And you can add the voltages together. This one's right around 1 also. Now this one isn't really showing up with anything, so I have to open it up and make sure it's actually inside of the vinegar and nothing's touching in there. And then we'll try it again. And now it's giving me a volt. Okay, so then we're going to hook up the light bulb. So for our purposes, we're going to call the copper end positive and the zinc end negative. So for the batteries, you want to connect positive to negative and negative to positive. So we're going to leave one copper on the side, then connect the zinc to the copper. And if you don't make the alligator clips into wires, you can just clip the two together with one clip. Then we're going to connect zinc to copper. And make sure with the zinc that it's actually touching the wire part and not just the plastic insulation. So then next, we're going to add 2 clips on the ends, but not connected to anything yet. I'm going to grab a light bulb and then this is very important. You can see on the edge of the light bulb that there's a flat end over here and a round end over here. I know it's hard to see, but there is a flat edge on this side and the flat edge is negative. So in this case of the light bulb, you're going to connect the negative end to the negative side, so connect it to the zinc. And then the positive end to the positive side, so connect it to the copper. So the round end goes to the copper. And we have a light bulb lighting up. Let me turn off the lights and you'll be able to see. You can see it lighting up red. Pretty cool. That's our own battery, made out of simple kitchen materials with a few things that you can buy.